Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we have a quite special day, or I supposed to say special day was a couple of days ago when I was having a quality family time. What do I mean by saying this, fellas? Well, if you would pay attention here, yeah, I created my account on the April 24th, 2012, and today whenever I am recording video is April 25th, 2022, so 10 years in World of Tanks, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years in World of Tanks. Anyways, what we are going to do today we are going to play with three my favorite tier 9 heavy tanks, and it was quite a challenge to pick those, but you will see everything in a moment. So without further ado, let's teleport into the action, shall we? So the very first tank which I chose to showcase in this video is E75. In my humble opinion, it is one of the best super heavy tank in the game. Speaking about the tier... Speaking about the tier 9, greetings. Speaking about the tier 9s, fellas, I think this tank is very powerful, starting from the armor, well, until enemies are loading heat ammunition, right? Because then it's kind of simple to penetrate your superstructure, if we can say so, or the roof. But until that moment, it is completely fine, and especially considering we can meet tier 7 tank, for example, Tiger, IS, you name it. I mean, we can spank them like there is no tomorrow, and I can promise you that they are not going to enjoy their life choices. I can promise you that. Now, speaking about this matchmaking, this is not looking ideal by any shape or any form, but that's what we have and that's what we need to work with. And I believe, fellas, we are going to make it work. Now, what we are very well aware of, enemies have some sniper schnitzels in the back, probably Grille for obvious reasons, but it is okay. So, looking into this, we should be able to find a very decent angle for obviously Kapaza and this light tank. We are feeling very well, we are enjoying ourselves, and this Kapaza, I mean, he knows he made a mistake. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, he knows he made a mistake, and there is nothing what he can change about this. What we know Indian Panzer is sniping from the back, and we know they have a T95 in the back as well. So yeah, quite a journey, I would say. T95 is here. I need to give information for our guys. This is very important thing to say. Okay, let's see how we can make this work. I'm curious, do they have anyone here on the corner or not really? There is also one more thing what I could do. I could try to go up like this, and maybe going up like this I could spot someone, because those trees are pretty much behaving like bushes for us, right? It is perfect position for a medium tank, especially when you have some guy sitting over there, or even here, it doesn't really matter. Okay, how we could get some use? This is the question, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is the question. Okay, light tank, how are you doing? Beautiful. Unlucky. Have I ever said you can ammo rack tanks with this vehicle as well? So yeah, it is awesome, fellas. I'm not saying that too often, but if you are a lover of the super heavy tanks, this is the tank to go for. And in my humble opinion, it is definitely way better tank than, for example, E100, tier to tier. I'm not even joking, fellas, I truly mean it. Okay, how we can make it work? We need to figure out how we could get more use of all this. And this is quite a challenging stuff. I'm kind of sad we have only 1,500 damage dealt so far, right? That's quite sad, but oh well, what can you do? And I got ammo react. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, what we know two gentlemen are sitting right there. That's what we know. We are very, very, very well aware of that. So, at this point, all we need to do, we need to chill and we need to wait until we will spot them, because eventually we will. It is matter of the time, fellas. I can promise you that. It is matter of the time. Obviously, speaking about the game, how the things are looking like, obviously the saddest part of all this is, well, enemies kind of have no team whatsoever, and I think that was an optimal chance for us to play in this position. That's what I mean. Although overall score is not looking the finest one and the best one by any shape or any form, which is once again kind of sad. Anyways, there is a chance we are going to see the side of the T95 maybe. Oh. How are you doing, buddy? Enjoying yourself? Beautiful. 585 in the face. I would like to get a couple of shots more, but this is not going to be so simple as I would love to, for obvious reasons, right? Since enemy team is kind of melting faster than ice cream in the hot summer day. But it happens and nothing what we can change about this. So at this point we are just waiting for last shot of ours. We are feeling completely fine here. We are going to spank this Indian, and the Indian is going to drown himself. Such a Kaku decision, to be fair with you. Well, but maybe he is playing with Arta main, so maybe this is not a big surprise. What do you think, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, speaking about this game, once again, I am not going to search for a game whenever I'm going to do 7,000 or something, although it's not the rocket science with E75, but that's what we have. It was a pleasure to meet all of those beautiful baboons raising their pipis and dancing together with us. What we would do without you. And speaking overall about our performance in this game, we got ourselves 2,700 damage and pretty much no assisting damage whatsoever. So definitely not the finest game. We are third by the damage and we are fifth by experience. I know we could have a better game, but it is completely fine. It happens, right? You cannot be on top all the time. Anyways, it was a big pleasure to play with this tank. Now moving on next, we are going to have the autoloader. Now try to guess what kind of autoloader we are going to have. Let's go. And we are back, and if you guessed TNHT was a 51 or Czechoslovakian heavy tank tier 9, you got it right. The best part, in my humble opinion, about this tank, you have an extremely nice autoloader, 440 alpha damage, 252 millimeters of penetration, and obviously speaking about the gold shells, you are having a bit better shell velocity and a bit more penetration. Speaking about penetration, it is not ideal, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely cannot say this is absolutely awesome and this is ideal, because it is not the case. But it is not bad by any shape or any form, right? And this is the highlight which we need to put out there. Now, we are simply waiting until enemies will try to overpeak here, because I have a feeling the standard B is dreaming about this. And you know what that means? That means he's not going to enjoy himself in a second. Soon, fellas, very, very soon we will be able to spank him like there is no tomorrow. Let's see. Is he going up yet? No, he is not. Okay, fair enough. So, what do we have? We have object 777. Well, let's see how lucky this 777 is. I am aiming for his lower plate, that's 1. I'm aiming for his side, that's 2. And this is what is so good about this tank. Now, you might obviously think about MX5120, where you can do more from the magazine, T54 Echo 1, or the same Progetto, but for me this tank is the closest to my heart. Maybe because I like Vazam 55 so much. This tank is feeling like so close to me. Maybe this is the main reason why. We'll see. Anyways, we are not done here. We need to get at least 4,000 to 5,000 in this battle for obvious reasons. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to craft a nice angle from where we could slaughter enemy forces. That's one. Can we get another one? Pretty please. I'm waiting for it, and here we go. Nice. So here you go, 2 after 2, 2 after 2, and the reload time is obviously not looking that long, and that's a big fat benefit in my humble opinion, speaking about the Czechoslovakian heavy tanks. It is absolutely amazing. Although, one more thing which I really want to say, unfortunately, but the tier 8 Czechoslovakian heavy tank is not even close for being goodness of the tier 9 or tier 10. That's very important thing to say. Another clip, the SMX is not very happy, and to be completely honest with you, the SMX is absolutely amazing as a tank itself. It is not a bad vehicle by any shape or any form, but shame, he got caught, he got double tracked, and in this kind of situation he can only complain about his mistakes. And it happens for every single of us, believe me fellas, it happens for every single of us. Now speaking about the things which are happening, that's 1 in the face and that's 2 in the face. Beautiful, another 2 in the face, and we have 3,500 damage. I mean, I am flabbergasted whenever I am playing with this tank. It is so insane what you can do with a tier 9 autoloader. You are exposing yourself for 2 seconds or so, and you are feeling like fresh pickle overall, right? That's first blind shot and that's second blind shot. Okay, we missed the second one, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything. We are feeling great. Okay, Skill, what do you want to do at this point? I want to clip the curve on, and I should be able to do that without bigger problems whatsoever. All I need to do, I need to take this position over there, and I will have a very nice angle to clip this gentleman. Speaking about the nice angle to clip this gentleman, he is even showing his ass for us, and he is saying, oh boy, I'm ready, go for it. Go for it, Skill, I am ready to go. Yeah, unlucky, poor Krevron. Anyways, what we know Pershing is sniping from somewhere here in the back. Obviously, he cannot do absolutely anything about this. I'm very well aware of what kind of angles to have in order not to get slaughtered. And look at this, no long range shots. Can we do that? Go back, beautiful, and this should be another hit, so we should have 2 blind shots here. Yeah, Skill, what enemies could have done differently? Nothing. I mean, honestly, absolutely nothing. They could cry more, maybe that's only one thing what they could do, but that's about it. So yeah, some games obviously they are unwinnable, and it is very important thing to highlight. I'm not even thinking about this Pershing, but what I think about this budget. And this budget should sit somewhere here in the back, or we know exactly where he is. That's good, and here we go. Can we get at least this one, pretty please? Oh yes we can. Here we go, perfect game with this tank. I couldn't ask a better map, I couldn't ask better matchmaking. We are like a king of the hill, and it doesn't matter our gun depression is not like minus 12 as a Kranwagen is, right? We can make it work, and we definitely did. I can't really remember the visible damage, but I think we have like 2 to 3 blind shots, which is once again not bad by any shape or any form, right? And in the end of the day, we are finishing everything with a 6,000 damage, 2,000 assisting damage, which is bringing us to 8,000 combined. We are getting ace for ourselves, which is always nice and always much appreciated. And we are finishing everything by being second by experience, and this Bizonte did a great job, kudos to him, and first by the damage. And we made 70,000 profits as well. Here we go. This is our performance with T and H. Beautiful. Anyways, you think we are done? No. We are going to go for one more tank, but I want to tell you one thing, fellas. There is many many tanks which I would choose in this list. Probably it would be easier to say the tanks which I hate compared to the tanks which I like, because tier 9 is kind of secret tier, if that makes sense. It is absolutely awesome and it is the best, so yeah. Anyways, let's teleport to the round number 3. And we are back. And probably this is a huge surprise for many of you. I love the French tier 9 heavy tank that much. I am going to put into the top 3 of my favorite tier 9 heavy tanks. But yes, fellas, I do love this tank. I think this vehicle is a solid banana out of 10. And I like it with... I would say I might even enjoy this tank more than E75, although probably E75 is so much better tank overall. What do I like about this tank? This tank has a decent armor, this tank can play hold down, this tank has very nice mobility, and this tank has a choice between the guns, and I decided to go with 470 alpha damage gun, 242 millimeters of penetration, and with a gold you have 270 millimeters of penetration. Now, obviously, this is not ideal by any shape or any form. I am very, very well aware of penetration with this vehicle. I am aware of that, but it doesn't change the fact I like this tank and I enjoy playing with this vehicle a lot. You would be surprised, but honestly, the gun handling, even with a 470 alpha damage, is not looking like a pile of poop. This is very, very, very important thing to say, right? You can hit even cupola shots, and it doesn't feel like it's lacking of the penetration that much, even though it is one of the lower penetrations overall in the tier 9, right? As you can see, Tortoise decided to be aggressive, and we are slaughtering this Tortoise like there is no tomorrow. That's pretty good, and this is exactly what we are looking for. And in this kind of situation, we are snapping the Skoda cupola like there is no tomorrow. And that's what I am talking about, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I am talking about. This tank, even though on the paper I know the gun handling might not look the finest one or the best, but it can work. Obviously, the weak spot is on top, AK cupola, but this is not a big deal, and this is not a big surprise if you would ask me. I mean, tank with a weak spots, I know it is so 2012 and everything, I understand this, but this tank just simply works. And if the tank works, the tank works. And what can you say about this, huh? If the tank works, the tank works. Okay. So, what do I want to do? I want to eliminate this 80-15. We are already sitting on 2,500 damage, which I'm pretty happy about, but this is only the start. I know we can definitely improve, and I know we can definitely get more use. Meanwhile, trying to punish the ML1, unfortunately failing with this, and I saw that Scorpion. That's why I tried to retreat, but hashtag never lucky. Doesn't really matter, we should be able to spank him once again. At least I'm pretty sure he is going to peek. Since he is peeking, he is taking another one for the team, and we are getting the sweet assisting damage as well, which is nice. Anyways, you think we are feeling very bad here? No, fellas. We are just starting our journey, and we are going to have a very great time. I believe this battle still has potential for us to farm another, I would say, 3,000. So let's try to do everything what we physically and possibly can in order to do that. Obviously, cupolas are pretty big. It is possible to hit it, and this tank is not immortal by any shape or any form. But you know, me liking the tank has absolutely nothing to do with the tank being immortal or something. I see this object trying to flank us. I am very, very well aware of that, so all I need to do at this point I kind of need to bait him to go for us, and if he is going to pick, he is going to die. Beautiful. All we need to do at this point we are waiting until Skoda will try to get a bit involved, which he should do. And in fact, I think maybe I should go for a Skoda myself, since the situation here is not looking that awesome, right? Okay, nothing what I can change about this. I really need to go for the Skoda. I am aware of he might have one more in the magazine, but I'm going for him. Luckily for us, he missed his shot. That's great. And now we are just waiting until enemies will try to claim our life. Once again, not a bad game by any shape or any form. I would rate this battle as a solid banana out of 10. We got as much as we physically and possibly could, and once again, you cannot be winner all the time, you know. Sometimes there is not enough time for us to do enough to be super happy with our performance, or sometimes the things are just simply not working that well as we would love it to go, right? Meanwhile, we have the T10 who is not paying attention. We are spanking him in the ass for a bit of damage, which is very, very nice. Now I would love to spank him once again. He is down to one-shottable and he is down to the dead. Nice, very good. Now we are trying to find a better angle for that Skoda. There is a chance we are going to craft a good enough angle. We are trying to go just tiny touch more in front. Trying to aim for a shot. Aim, 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 aim. Boom. Another beautiful shot for us. Good. Meanwhile, phase 1 is trying to be aggressive. That's okay. And the enemies capture the base. Shame. I would love to face all of them, but the hashtag never lucky. Okay, listen. This is not the game we are going to complain about. Solid 5,000 damage, 1,200 assisting damage. I love the combination of the things with this tank. The guns, both of the guns are absolutely amazing. Mobility is fine, gun handling is fine. I just like this tank. Although, once again, the big fat highlight, speaking about the tier 10, it is kind of a disappointment whenever you are arriving there. All in all, I am pretty happy with this session. I think we made it work. And in the end of the day, we made 30,000 profits, which is always nice and always welcome. So, speaking about our 3 games which we played, yeah, the best performance with a TNH, after that MX, and after that E75, but to be completely honest with you, I think with E75 I simply was unlucky. Speaking in the heavy side, we had no heavy tanks playing there, and I would say that was the biggest problem. But that's what we have. This is my top 3 tier 9 heavy tanks, and if you have your favorite tier 9 heavies, feel free to share that in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you have to say, right? What are your favorite tanks? And I can promise you that I am I can promise you that I am going to read your comments naked in the bed. Just saying. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Obviously, big fat thanks for every single of you who tuned in today, who watched the YouTube video, right? And in the same time, big fat thanks for index users, people who are purchasing bananas there, patrons, and obviously people who are clicking join to the YouTube as well. Thank you very much. I hope I am worth it, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.